Yo, people, what's going on? Back again. Red Talk settings, flawless. What's good, fam?
I'm blessed, fam. You got good and everything, yeah?
All good, fam. All good,
Yeah.
all good, all good, man. What you saying, though?
Yep, but hey, looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this performance. You know what I'm saying? And I got plenty to say on it as well, like in regard to the game. We won. That's the positive. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the positives out of the way. We won. Onana looked good. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a penalty. Wan-Bissaka calm. Yeah, Varane was Varane.
Yep.
Other than that, again, we've had the conversations on here and on many of, and I've had it on my platform and other platforms as well in regards to our attack and in regards to Mason Mount. And look what we've seen. Mason mounted. This whole thing about, all right, he's an improvement on Eriksen. What did he do yesterday? What did he
Facts.
do? Well, that's him. He's been playing that way at Chelsea the entire time he's been there. That's why I didn't understand the whole Ten Hag can get more out of him. He can improve. And in regards to the attack, what have I banged on about? Where are our creativity and goals coming from? We created one clear-cut chance that Varane fortunately enough took. That's it.
Yep.
That's legit it. We all know we need we need more players and more improvements. I'm just glad we got the win, but the performance wasn't it wasn't that much of a shock is what I'd say. But we know the holes in this team. We've discussed this in depth. Someone said to me in my chat on the show I just did and was like, oh, it's the same issues and same thing as last season. It's the same team it's the same team added Mason Mount. Why was it going to look?
It is literally, yeah. It's the same team.
It's the same
We've
team.
just Mason Mount in, but that's why I said Hoyland ain't come in yet.
Hoyland's not there. That's what you have to.
Yeah, Hoyland hasn't come in yet, and obviously it's just a new goalkeeper. Mason Mount, shit. Like Mason Mount's not an improvement on anything that we had. Mason Mount, yeah, bruv, he's not even better than McTominay from what I've seen. You know, like that. So McTominay, Bruno, yeah, and Casemiro is more balanced than fucking Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno. It is when you actually deep it.
It's from a solely balanced standpoint. It is, and Mount did the. I don't know if you've seen, the average position maps. Mount was doing what Bruno used to do, being ahead of the striker. He was our highest player forward. But again, I said it on here, said it on my platform, said it on other platforms. He wasn't where we needed to go. It's an awful signing. That's on Ten Hag, and I believe it's something they'll either rectify during this season or rectify in the summer transfer window next season. Because he's gonna have misses. Not every player you sign is gonna hit. You just have to.
Yeah, but bro, that's an expensive miss, yeah, and it's a predictable miss. You know, them ones like I don't think anyone thought that it was gonna go well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no single Man United fan. There's no single Man United fan that heard us going in for Mason Mount and had at least had the gall to say to me, yeah, that this is a good signing. Not, but even if it was free, do you know what I mean? I'd be like, are you sure we need him? Even if it was free, blood. I'd have been like, yeah, you know what? We don't really need that. We don't need him on their wage bill. Like, bro.
Nah, I had people say it to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's got legs. He's an improvement on Eriksen. And I said verbatim, okay, let's say for argument's sake, he is an improvement on Eriksen. He's not a major improvement.
He's improvement mobility-wise on Eriksen, 100%. But what he has in mobility, he lacks in technical ability.
But we knew this because we watched him at Chelsea for the past 3 to 4 years. We watched him at his best. We watched him at his worst. That's why it's not a surprise he put in that performance. I wasn't even mad yesterday. I wasn't even upset. That's why when people were saying, I was like, predictions obviously on the watch along and beforehand, like, what we doing? And people in the chat telling me, 3-4-0. How? Based off of what?
Yeah, not saying this. Pre-season, we ain't done nothing.
I keep saying this. Where is the creativity and goals in this side? Take Rashford out of it. I'll leave for argument's sake before anyone pops up. I'll even give you Bruno in that match. Take those two out of it. From our attacking players and you include fullbacks in that. Where is the creativity and goals coming from? We scored 58 league goals last season. And all we've added currently, because Hoyland is injured, is Mason Mount, who scored 3. What? And has 8 open play assists in 4 years.
Yeah, we ain't added goals, blood. Do you know what I mean? It's MG, blood. That's where the goals are gonna come from. And Hoyland,
even if we add him in the mix, we're still short. Let's say he gets up to speed and he's back to the level.
Him and Hoyland.
Goals in
not really, because say for instance he's playing on the right, Hoyland's playing in the middle, and then Sancho on the left or Rashford on the left. Like, bro, it's one of them. But there you go. There's goals. All of them, all three of them can score goals. Like that's a goal-infested front three, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That's looking all gold off, blood. That's like that Liverpool front three where there's just goals everywhere.
It ain't got that many. I don't think, and that's the.
Well, it hasn't got that many, but I'm saying
it's more. It's an improvement, but it's still
3 goal machines. But
it still lacks in terms of.
I don't think that Rashford and Højlund. I don't think it works.
What, Højlund through the middle?
Yeah, I don't think it works.
How come you don't think it works? Go on.
They're both goal scorers. It doesn't work. The same way Nunes and Salah didn't work. Do you know what I'm saying? Nunes and Salah didn't work with Nunes down the middle. Like the only way Nunes and Salah works is if you split them up like this and you put someone else in the middle. I feel like Højlund and Rashford only work if Sancho plays in the 9 or Martial plays in the 9. That's the only way it works. If they play split strikers, I think it works. If they play side by side, I don't think it works, bro. Because neither of them are going to pass to each other. They're not going to. They're not going to. Rashford can't link up with anyone. The only player that Rashford plays well with is Martial. And that's because Martial will pass.
Yeah, Martial's definitely a passer. They link up well.
Martial is a pass-first player. Rashford's not in. Do you know what I'm saying? Martial's not a head down, get the ball out his feet and shoot player. He's not. He'll pass.
Yeah, he is a link man in terms of profile with the personnel with Højlund. I just got to see it to know. Like I can't really state too much on it. But in regards to the front three, you mentioned as well, people were talking about us going to challenge. Even that front three, we're just far away. This is why that was the initial conversation was, can Manchester United challenge? Because we spent X amount and we brought in X amount of players, and it's Ten Hag's second season. The answer is still no. Because even though we've improved, which I think we have. I think the squad overall is better adding in adding in Højlund, even though we've not seen him yet on paper. We're still short. Still short. And you see it. Like even putting the title like AMRABAT, we need AMRABAT in. Of course we need another central midfielder. But we knew this before this game.
We need 2 now, blood. You know, like that.
We knew this. I've said this beforehand that we needed 2 midfielders.
I said we need 2 midfielders and we need a centre back. That's kind of if Maguire goes.
Well, we definitely, a centre back as well in regards to backing up Varane, yes. But I didn't need to see Bruno and Mount play to know it's not going to work. Same way I just said there with Højlund, with Rashford, I need to see it. I watched Bruno and Mount enough to go, you two don't work. Yeah,
I think that was common knowledge for anyone that knows football, yeah. I was like, they're too similar and both of them ain't that good. So putting them both together, like you know what it is? They both accentuate each other's shitness, blood. You know what it is, yeah? It's because... You know why I say that? It's because when you've got 2 shit players, yeah, but one player excels where the other one doesn't, and vice versa. Like McFred, for instance, yeah, like McFred had different strengths. So even though McFred were annoying, yeah, they were more balanced than Mount and Bruno. Like we never saw midfields get ran through, yeah, with McFred the way they got ran through yesterday. Like whether people like it or not, like that midfield was wide open. That was open for business, blood. I'm telling you, that was a red light district, blood. Man, them were just running through that.
Because one thing about those two is even though they're not good at it, they don't shirk defensive responsibility.
Yeah, they're willing to do the dirty work.
Yeah, they're willing, even if they don't do it at a high level. Where those two, their thought process is forward. Bruno is get on the ball, get forward. Mount is get on the ball, get forward. That's why he was the highest player. But I knew all this, but you're saying it was coming.
And both of them run ahead of the ball as well. They run ahead of the ball. Do you know what I mean? Who was dropping deep to receive? No one. Both of them are running away from Casemiro. Yes. Casemiro just in acres, bro.
That's it, by himself.
By
himself on the island. And the thing is, you said it there. Most people would know this. Most people didn't. People are genuinely shocked by this. People thought Mount was a good signing.
Jesus Christ.
I was against this from when we was linked to him to when we signed him till now. I didn't need the first game to go, all right, this is maybe not. And to me, I'm not a football expert. That's not, you don't have to be a genius to look at that. To me, I thought this was common knowledge. But again, the love of Manchester United Football Club will blind certain fans. Oh yeah, Mount's a good signing. He can do this, that, and the third. Ten Hag can get the most out of him. I rate Ten Hag as a manager. Don't get it mistaken. But that midfield, no. Come on, man.
Listen,
yeah, it's a bad miss. I think it's something he's gonna have to be a rectifier or drop.
It's a horrible miss, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, one of 2 things are gonna happen. Either he needs to make a spectacular U-turn, yeah, on Mason Mount and just accept that he's fucked up, yeah, and drop him, yeah, to save our season, or he's gonna die on that hill. One or the other. Do you know what I mean? Because he can't double down on Mason Mount. If he does, it's gonna cost us the season.
Facts. And the thing is with that, I believe Ten Hag is strong enough and not egotistical enough to know that he's not made a mistake. Same way when we signed Casemiro and McTominay was playing well, and everyone's like, "Why is Casemiro on the bench?" He played McTominay, and rightfully so, because at that point
McTominay was playing well enough to stay in the team. Yeah.
Same way with Anthony, even though he's his big money signing, he dropped him at times last season. There's games he didn't play. There's games Martinez.
Yeah, but then he played Bruno on the wing instead, which wasn't much better, you know.
Like, it wasn't much better. What I'm saying is he's willing to rectify and try and find another solution to an error.
Yeah, well then we just have to hope.
Yeah.
We just have to hope that he does, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't lie, but my trust for him is wilting, bruv. Like, by the game, I'm telling you, wilting, bruv. I didn't see nothing in pre-season other than the Sancho in the false nine thing that made me think, oh, you know what, this manager might be onto something. Then he brings Sancho one on the left wing, bruv. Like, the guy's smoking grass, blood.
Yeah, that didn't make sense, the Sancho on the left wing. I thought
bruv, he played false nine all pre-season, blood. Every game. And then you bring him on the left, and listen, fair enough. Sancho was the best player in the picture when he came on, yeah. But that's not the point. Like, that was just more down to do with his quality, rather than the fact that he was playing on the left, because he hasn't played there, yeah, all pre-season. And actually, for us, he's had his better games in the false nine and on the right hand side, not on the left.
No, you're right in regards to that. That's why I was surprised he didn't start, where it lets us know where the manager's at with his thought process. It will be interesting to see if he does indeed start the next game against Spurs.
But this is what I'm saying. My man's playing fucking Megan Rapinoe on the left wing instead, blood. You know them ones there. Like, this is what it is, isn't it? Hey, bro, it's true though. Hey, brother, man's running around. Listen, man's running around looking like Ellen DeGeneres, blood. You know, like that. Broski, this is exactly what it is, bro.
Yeah, he shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't. I'm a fan of Garnacho, but he should be off the bench at Impact.
Bro, listen, Megan, blood. I said, bruv, listen, after she missed that penalty, when she missed that penalty at the World Cup, bro, that was vindication, blood. You know them was that was all the males' right activists, blood, stood up for that one. I'm telling you.
Wait, when who missed the penalty?
Rapinoe, blood. Bruv, the US got knocked out of the World Cup, blood, and it had to be her, fam. You know, like that. It just is what it is, boy. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about. And I don't even follow women's football like that, but I know the women.
Broski, listen. I
didn't know what name.
Bruv, the US women's team, bruv. The one that's always giving it some, bruv. You know them ones there. That was a karma, bruv. You know what I mean? She had to hold that, fam. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it is. So, you know what I mean? Trust me, all the men in America were celebrating. You know them ones there. Nah, it's crazy. I can't even lie, bruv. Hey, big up everyone for the super chats. I see him bear them. I said, what does Ten Hag implement in training? Because it seems to me all the other 19 teams in the league know basic passing and 1-2s. Yeah, bro. Like, but they pick different profiles of players, innit? Like, it seems like our profile of player is like he's more interested in what these men have to offer without the football than with it, which is a very strange philosophy, especially for a Dutchman. I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I said McFred comment is 100. That's why Pogba struggled with McTominay. He had to compensate for him. Still progressing the play. Combinations matter. 100%. Fred McTominay works because whereas Pogba McTominay doesn't work is because McTominay is the more like ball playing one of the McFred combinations. Do you know what I mean? He'll get forward and try and score goals and that. Fred does pass and follow the ball forward, yeah, but Fred does the ugly stuff. The problem is with McTominay and Pogba, McTominay don't want to sit and do the 6. He wants to break forward as well.
Yeah,
like,
he's trying to break forward. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And this is why it doesn't work. Like, unless you've got someone behind both of them, which we didn't have. So this is what I'm saying. Like, Pogba's best football for Man United, he had Nemanja Matic behind him. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. So
it was Matic and Herrera in that midfield. That's when we seen the best team. It was those two, both more defensively minded than he is. So he's freed from any defensive duties, which is what you want. You want your attacking players freed of defensive duties, so they don't have to do the majority. But yeah, combinations do matter. Yeah. No,
1,000,000%. Big up Rants, frustrating performance. Wherever you watch a training session, we're doing those complex rondos, but we can't hold the ball in the game for 2 minutes. What the fuck? Yeah, but to be fair, in a rondo, you don't hold the game either, blood. That's how we play football. Like, we're doing rondos, blood. Like, one touch, get rid of it, blood. That's exactly how we play. That man just playing one rondos on a full-size pitch. That's how Man United play.
That's what it is. So in regards to it, yeah, I agree, Yusuf. Yeah, definitely a frustrating performance. And, well, again, it's pretty much the same. Well, it is the same team, minus Mason Mount. Obviously, Onana in goal, who I thought was good, but again, the performance was disappointing, but was I super surprised? Am I angry about it? No, I'm not. It's like this team, this person, this is why he's actively trying to sign more players, because he don't rate this team. That tells you all you need to know. That's to talk about Casemiro and who he's still sleeping right now. Bro ran about 15 kilometers yesterday. Hey, people had to. People tried to get onto him. Like, oh,
bro, he put on a shift yesterday, bro. Listen, you know what kills me, yeah? You know what kills me about Casemiro? I see non-Man United fans praising this guy yesterday after his performance, yeah, saying, right, like this bro was one-man midfield and that. Then I see certain Man United fans trying to tell me during the game that he's not playing well. I'm like, bruv, this bro's keeping us honest, blood. We should be like 4-0 down.
He's keeping us in the game. Yeah, like, I don't get the Casemiro criticism. He's out there by himself. We all seen the average position.
Literally.
Man. He's by himself in there. Of course, he's not going to look 9, 10 out of 10. He's just doing what he can to compete. That's what it is.
Nah, bro. But that's what it was, bro. Listen, the Wolves players were taking their turns at running man down.
Yeah, because we don't have a cohesive unit in there.
Running him down, bro. It's empty the midfield.
They both. We know this though.
And the thing is, if you look here, bro, because of how we were playing, Lissandro got booked early because he was frustrated. That challenge was silly. Like his head went, and he just kicked man. And then there was another chance where man was breaking through and Lissandro was going to pull him down, but then realized he was on a yellow and left him.
Yeah, I know you're talking.
You know what I mean? How's a man run straight through the middle of the pitch and Lissandro's having to even think about like taking one for the team in the first half and he's already on a yellow card? That tells you how reckless, that the midfield was and the lack of shape and structure that was there.
Yeah, because Cunha was running through. Yeah, I remember that. Because if he was not on a booking, he would have brought him down at that point. Yeah.
Bro, Man United lost the ball 39 times in the attacking third, more than any Premier League team on match day. Bro, that's what happens when you've got Garnacho, Rashford, and Anthony as your front three, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
Backing that up.
And then exactly. And then Mount and Bruno backing that up, bro. Like, I mean, that's a sieve, blood. That's what that is.
Hey, this team can challenge them. You know what I'm saying?
Some jolt thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? Some jolt thing,
I think this team can challenge. Why can't we win the Premier League? Exhibit A.
It's nonsense, bro. It's nonsense. Man can't take these man seriously. Do you know what I mean? And this is exactly what it is. So to think that you could turn around and blame my guy Cassia.
Yeah, that's outrageous. That's outrageous.
Literally, the guy was the only thing keeping us together yesterday.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And people talk about how Casemiro is not good on the ball, bro. He's one of the best players on the ball in the team.
He was fine on the ball. I have no issues with him on or off.
They say, oh, he's not press resistant. Yeah, cool. He's going to get caught on the ball the odd time. But most of the time, he plays the right pass. He makes the right decision. The weight of pass is good. Do you know what I'm saying? The decision of pass is good. Everything's good, bruv.
That makes important challenges as well at times. Makes a lot of important interceptions, challenges, and then it ricochets and then it'll fall to one of our players. Casemiro is not an issue within this side. Let's just get that straight. Not an issue. Casemiro, 0. Let's not do that.
That's what I mean. The fact that some United fans are actually trying to somehow make Casemiro a scapegoat is beyond me, bruv. Do you know what this guy's done in the game of football?
It's outrageous.
And what he continues to do in the game of football. The fact that they can try and make a scapegoat of Casemiro, no one's safe. Do you know what I mean? Like when they done it with Pogba, I was like, all right, cool. With Pogba, there's layers to it. You know them ones. We could say, oh, cool, racismo tax and that. We could say, oh, cool, he's Muslim and that. We could say, oh, you just don't like his haircut and all that. But bro, what has Casemiro done to any of these, man?
He does everything. People forgetting about last season where he performed very well. Obviously, he had points where he fell off, but that's every player though. He had a great season overall.
Bruv, these men were rating Dan James, but they're trying to send out, they're sending papers for my guy Cass, bro.
Yeah.
The thing don't make sense.
Yeah, it don't make no type of sense.
How's there a witch hunt for Casemiro, bro? Like, we should be fucking grateful that he plays for us, bro, because the way that we're playing, we don't deserve him.
He's a quality player. Like, 100. Like, he's the only reason our midfield is at least half decent. That's why I was so annoyed about the Mount signing, because if we would have got a certified baller next to him, that solidifies the midfield. If you put Casemiro next to a person of quality, if you put Casemiro, for example, next to a Kimmich, next to a De Jong, for example, people not saying those two, look how much better our midfielder is.
No, it's crazy. But yeah, no, we definitely need the AMRABAT signing, though. We do. And we've been linked with Onana as well. Bruv, we need both of them. I'm going to be real. I always said we need two midfielders. Onana would be good because he's Premier League proven. He's a good athlete as well. Do you know what I mean? And he is more he's more in that Fred role in terms of like if we need someone to send someone onto man mark. I was gonna say KDB, but bro, he's gonna be on the shelf for the next 4 months, like that. So he won't be needing man marking. Man, I'm gonna hold his hand, bruv, in the physio room. I don't know, but it's one of them ones where, bro, Paqueta, bruv, I can't lie, bruv. Watch when they get Paqueta, bro. They're gonna play better football than when they've got KDB in there, bro. He's going to cook, bruv. Paqueta is a monster, bruv. He's a monster. You know what's mad? I forgot how good Paqueta was, because it's like he's coming, he's playing for Satan, bruv. You know what I'm saying, bro? Man's playing for David Moyes, blood. Do you remember David Moyes had one matter playing right wing in a 4-4-2, blood? Like, we can't trust this brother with any talent. Do you know what I mean? Bro, Paqueta is a baller, Like, bro, when you give him to Pep Guardiola, do you know what he's going to do?
They'll be fine. See, no one ain't catching City. Like, that's a whole different thing. But with Onana, I'm all for it. Man's 6'4". Man looks like he should be coming off the bench for the Lakers. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm fully with that. 6'4", physical athlete, strong, quick, can carry with the ball, defensively sound. Technically, he's actually decent as well. Wouldn't cost too much. Maybe we can shift him for McTominay as well. Go get Onana, man. Go get Onana and Amrabat. And the ideal world, both, but I would take either. But when we got linked to Amadou Onana, I was like, that would be a good signing because he would be a good signing.
But Everton would absolutely.
We're saying like
they rinse us though, innit? Yeah, they'll rinse us. They'll rinse us, bro.
Offer McTominay is part of the deal. That's a Sean Dyche player if I've ever seen one.
It is.
Sean Dyche, man. Like Scott McTominay. He would love Scott McTominay. That is Sean Dyche through and through. Is Scott McTominay? Just offer him the deal. Say his 50 M's and Scott McTominay. I think they'd accept that, and I think he'd kick up a fuss to move. 100%. So like, go get him.
No,
Same
you're
with
right.
Amrabat as well. Go get him.
No, facts. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think we will go and get him. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
I think we will go and get him. Just boy, it needs to happen soon. I can't lie because boy, a lot of these Man United players, boy, this season, I swear, bro. You know that was there because it was with me. Yeah, it's like, bro, I am the most transparent guy, bro. A lot of people come on here and play politics and all that. Not me, blood. Last season when we didn't start well, I was the one calming everyone down. This season feels different. I can't lie. It feels a lot different.
What has it been different on your channel? Because what I just came from, what I did on mine was a lot of people overreacting. And
but that's what they done last season. Remember last season?
Yeah, that's true.
Remember last season? Last season, we lost the first 2 games, blood. Man, they were saying, bruv, gonna finish 10th and that. Sack Ten Hag, bro. And I was like, no, chill. Remember? However, now, bruv, this feels worse than last season to me, bro. It feels worse. The reason why it feels worse to me, is because I was watching preseason. I weren't impressed. You know the one. Obviously, I have to use my common sense when I'm looking at things and say, you know what, guys, it's only preseason. The games aren't important. They're not. I even said it. Like, obviously, we beat Arsenal. It was great to beat Arsenal because you never want to hear these man chatting shit. But ultimately,
just from a banner standpoint,
none of the games meant anything. We played loads of games. Sometimes we played 2 games in a row, like one day after the other. Twice we did it. Like, so we were cramming games in. There wasn't a lot that could be taken from it. But at the same time, you can still look for little signs. And every time we played our strongest 11, we played our worst football. We saw it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I did hear that.
Yeah, bro. When we played the second team with Sancho and Pellistri in it, we looked better. When we played the first team with Bruno and Mount, and Rashford, we looked crap. And that's exactly what we saw in this game. So, really and truly, why is it that the second team plays better than the first team? That's on the manager.
Uncomfortable conversation. So that's why, even though we played poorly, we didn't actually win the game, which obviously I'm over the moon about in regards to that. I expect us to be better against Spurs, and I expect Ten Hag to. One thing he's shown us is he adapts. He's versatile. Like I think apart from the opening 2 games, and then I think it was later on in the season, I think only twice we lost 2 games in a row. So normally, often than not, after a bad result and a bad performance, we bounce back. And Ten Hag's still improving. He's still learning because he's not the finished article. So I expect us to be much better against Spurs, whether it's the same 11, whether he switches it, etc., etc. I expect us to do better, and that's where I have faith in Ten Hag is to turn it around. Because like you said, after the first 2 games of last season, it was all doom and gloom, and after this game, it's all doom and gloom. I'm like, it was a bad performance. That is it. Hopefully he switches there. Hopefully he realizes, Ten Hag, all right, this ain't working. Let me switch it around. And he did that last season, to his credit, because he was trying to play out from the back and all of that type of stuff in the first two, and then he cut that out, and it was just go more direct, be more transition, and it worked, and we had a good season. So I'm hoping that switches it around, and we could still sign players as well.
I just don't know, bro. Do you know what I mean? Man said Donny would suit the system better than a bum out. Bruv, listen, you know me, innit? Like, I keep it a buck. Last season, I was like, you know what? Give Ten Hag time, whatever, 2-0. Like, he ain't got his players in and all that, but bruv. And now, I feel like I've seen everything that Ten Hag's got for me, yeah? And everything these players have, and I ain't convinced. You know, like that. I'm just not convinced, bro. Like, I'll be real, because it's like, he's making very stupid decisions, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the decisions are not making sense. It's not like we don't have the players. Before, I could say, you know what, Ten Hag doesn't have his players or the balance and X, Y, Z. No, bruv, the players are there now.
I think
the players are there now.
With me, I think it's both, like in regards to he didn't have the players initially, and I still don't think he has the players now, and he's going to have some misses. Like I've said before, it's all about with your signings having more hits than misses. I like the vast majority of his signings. The one I don't like is Mason Mount. I think that's a big issue, like I said before, that will have to be rectified even now within this season in terms of him not starting week in, week out, or in the summertime, which could indeed cost us. That's on the manager. But I still don't rate, even outside of Mount and everybody else, I still look at the team and go, we need so much more. In an ideal world, Rants, we even spoke about this. I know you're signing 5-6, man. Someone said, in an ideal world, how many players would you sign? How many would you sign? It's minimum 5, right? In an ideal world, minimum 5. It might be even more. 5's half. That's half a first team. That tells you where we're at. That you're saying in an ideal world, and I
but not even necessarily, bro. Because I'll be real, yeah. If a man said to me, yeah,
go on,
like,
who would you sign?
You only have 3 signings, yeah. You only have 3 signings. I looked at this Man United squad. I close my eyes and I say, all right, cool. I've got Ahmad and Mason, yeah, for the right hand side, yeah. I've got Rashford.
And Garnacho on the left.
No, bruv, the Garnacho doesn't play for me. I got Rashford
off the bench. Not even off the bench.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, I've got Rashford and someone else off the left, the blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I potentially get in someone that can score goals. I don't count Rashford as a striker. Do you know what I mean? I'll say we got Rashford and Sancho on the left, argument's sake. Do you know what I mean? And up front, you got Højlund and Martial. Like, say we're doing that in it. If we're doing that, and then if I need to, I can use Sancho in the middle and on the right. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Rashford never plays through the middle for me. Like, it's one of them ones where Anthony has no uses for me. Like, it's just one of them ones when I look at the team. Yeah, it's like I feel like with that front 6, yeah, I can get goals from them, bro. The problem is the midfield balance is not there. Yeah. Like I think the midfield balance is the biggest problem, because as much as Eriksen don't have legs, yeah, if you play Eriksen in the 10 and you just say to Eriksen, yeah, I just need you to create. If you give him the freedom that you give Bruno, because he's a much better passer of the ball than Bruno, yeah. If you give Eriksen, and he shoots better than him as well. So if you give Eriksen the freedom that Bruno has in the 10, yeah, for argument's sake, and you go and get another midfielder to play with Casemiro, AMRABAT,
for example,
yeah, and then you balance the front 3 correctly, bro. Like, man don't need a million players, bro. It's not like the players are not at the club. The style of play that we're playing, yeah, is not good enough, bro. You can't be playing Wan-Bissaka from the start. I'm sorry. Like, as much as Dalot might have defensive frailties, arguably, going forward, he's a much better player and he's better at combining. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's players there, bro. Even if man was saying, cool, we're not gonna, even if a man said to me right now, Rants, this is your squad for the rest of the season, you can't sign no one else. You're never seeing a Bruno, Mason, Casemiro midfield with me. Never. I'd rather play McTominay in there.
That's on the manager, but here are the options we're talking about. You just said you'd rather play McTominay, which in balance I don't agree with. But we know that's not good enough for where we're trying to go. This is my overall point with these players.
It's not, but I'm saying that you can still get more out of the players that are there, bro.
No, you can still get more. Yes, and I trust him to do that because he did that last season. Because he improved pretty much near enough every single player from an individual standpoint and as a team. But like I've said before, and I say it again, these players are not good enough in my opinion. I don't think they are any combination we put out there. Can we get better combinations to get better results overall? Yes, and improve us also. Yes, but in terms of challenging for a league, winning the league title,
no. We're not close to challenging for no league title. Do you know what I mean? Like the goal should be to close the gap on City and win another trophy. That's what the goal should be. Big up Z. We said, how can scapegoat United fan or whatever? How many scapegoat United fans will find to protect Bruno and Rashford? Bruv, listen.
I didn't see those two really getting protected, to be honest. They got criticism from what I seen personally. I didn't see them. I didn't see anyone
so they should. So they should, right? Them man deserve hellfire and brimstone, blood, because them man were awful. Bro,
on the Kane thing, you know.
Bro, they deserve it, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I said, it's funny how, the only good thing about this Ten Hag situation is that a lot of these Manchester United favourites, are now getting exposed for the frauds that they are. Because a lot of these guys are the fan favorites that are dying, bro. Garnacho died yesterday. Rashford died yesterday. Bruno Amount died yesterday, bro. You know what I mean? Anthony gets criticism anyway. But these men are fan favorites, bro. Like real fan favorites. Like if you done a poll, these men are heading it, bro. Like man was saying give Garnacho the 7. Man, know what I mean? Rashford just got a new contract and he's face of the club. Bruno Fernandes is the captain. Mason Mount's the new number 7. These guys are at the forefront of what we're supposed to be doing going forward, blood. If you're building a team around them 4 man, bro, we are in hell right now, bro. We're going to finish 12th where Chelsea finished, blood, if that's the man you're building a team
around. The crazy part is, though, again, I've just used the same statement. We knew all this during pre-season, and people still backed it.
But Garnacho starting, I did not foresee that on the first game.
Forget Garnacho starting because I don't think he starts. I think he's only, if Højlund's fit, Højlund plays and Rashford plays from the left. That just shows where Ten Hag is with everyone else. If everybody's fit, Garnacho's not playing. It's not about that. Bruno, we know about. Rashford from the left, I have no issues with. I think he had a great season last season. But overall, it comes back to the same thing. I consistently stay on here, consistently stay on my platform. These players are not good enough. Is the manager blameless? Absolutely not. He takes blame because he signed some of these players.
Has to.
But on top, so of course he takes some of the blame. But I look at it, there's a reason he's actively still trying to sign more players. That's him saying these players I currently have are not good enough. Look how many players we are also getting rid of, got rid of, and still trying to get rid of. Because from a defensive standpoint, I'll have no issues with the team. 0 issues. You mentioned Wan-Bissaka. We know Wan-Bissaka, even though he improved, is not good enough. Dalot being the answer is a problem because neither of them are good enough. Luke Shaw is a left back. How many years has he been here? Almost a decade? Not good enough. We know this. Malacia is new. I'll give him I want to see him get a run in the first team to see if he is indeed good enough. But I would go in the ideal world, sign a right back and a left back. And 2 central midfielders. 1 to start and 1 to be back up in that as well. We still need, in my opinion, another striker.
But we need a backup. Yeah, we need a backup because we got rid of Fred. Didn't understand that.
Then we had to get rid of Fred because Fred wasn't good enough, but go and sign AMRABAT.
He wasn't good enough because at the end of the day, he was good enough to do the role that Anana's going to do if he comes in. Be that guy off the bench that we bring in for specific games. You can use him as a squad player. Like Fred had attributes that no other midfielder had.
As a squad player, is cool.
Well, there you go. But he had attributes that no other player had. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and especially the fact that the manager wants to play this pressing football and stuff like that, then why would you get rid of our most mobile player? Like, do you know what I mean? That to me, that didn't make no sense. That made no sense. These times,
like you said,
but cool. But Mount wasn't an improvement on Fred.
No, but I said all this about Mason Mount. You know that we've had the conversation. There was shout out to Dave. There's literally a clip of us discussing that on one of these about the whole Mount Ericsson thing, and I was here saying this is a terrible signing. Forget him being mobile and energetic and all that type of stuff. It's an awful signing, which it is, unfortunately. And I fucks with Ten Hag. Like, that's my manager. Back him. Well, he's going to get things. I don't back him blindly.
I just think when you look at Eric Ten Hag right now, his talent ID leaves a lot to be desired, bruv. You know, like that. We got Mount when we could have went and got Kudus, bruv, for the same money. You know what I'm saying? A player that can do what Mount can do, but better.
That's a mistake. The Mount thing is, I would not stand up.
That make no sense.
The only two signings I currently have issues with, 50-50 on Anthony. I said I'd give him this season. A Mount I don't like. and I'm hoping to be wrong on that. Everyone else, I'm cool with. So if that's your conversion rate, I don't know. I think we signed 9, so it's like 7 out of 9. I like.
All right, cool. Let's go through
through
Ten Hag signings because this will make
go
a
on.
good this will make a good topic. Let's go through Ten Hag signings Let's start from the back, innit? Obviously, we have to start from the back. Obviously, the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper's a hit. Do you know what I mean? I think the goalkeeper's a hit. Like, do you know what I mean? Even when I'm looking at Man United's build-up play and the way that he orchestrates from the back, once the team get used to him, because I feel like the team are not used to him. That's why you're seeing goals like him getting lobbed and stuff like that when Dalot gave the ball away. That wasn't necessarily the goalkeeper's fault. He wasn't in the goal. He's not supposed to be in the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's Dalot's fault for giving the ball away there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's funny for the TikToks and stuff like that to be like, oh yeah, he ran into the goal and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. It's hilarious, but it's not his fault. No, because your defender should not be losing the ball there. You should be, as a goalkeeper, confident enough with your defender's ability on the ball that you should be able to take that starting position. It is not your fault that you got lobbed from there, firstly. So I'd say that
superb hit. That's a
that's a hit out. That's a hit out the pack. Out the park, bro. That's a hit out the park. That's a home run.
That's a diamond album. That's what that is. That's a classic.
100%. And then we go from him. We could say Cass was a club signing, but we'll say we'll give him Casemiro anyway.
We'll give him Cass. Yeah, because if we sign Cass and he doesn't, and Cass didn't perform, we would blame the manager. If you had Casemiro and Casemiro was performing terribly, that would be on Ten Hag. So therefore, we have to, club signing or not, you have to give him credit for that, because that's on you to get the best out of a quality player like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, cool. So that's 3 hits, and all the rest of the signings are debatable. Do you know what I mean? So we got 3. All right, Malacia, I like his profile.
Yeah,
but I believe that he needs to grow into the player that would make him a hit. Right now, he's still on the fence. Like, do you know what I mean? He's in the middle. He can go either way. He can be a hit or he can be a miss, depending on how this season goes.
But I wouldn't go as far to say I don't think he's quite a hit, but he's more. I put him more in the green because I look at profile I mentioned, and also the price point. Because one thing people like to do, and it's right with Anthony, is mention his price. Malacia was 12 million. Malacia at his very worst currently, right now, wherever he's at, is at worst as a squad player. He's 12 million. Because if he was 112 million, we'd be here criticizing him, saying he
100%. We don't criticize him because he doesn't cost a lot. He doesn't cost a lot, and also he has the capabilities to be a good player in terms of he's good enough on the ball. He's got good athleticism. He's got great tenacity. He could turn into something, but he's not there yet. So that's a half. Green. That's not a miss. But I would say if I'm going to give him a red or a green and I had to choose, I'd give him a green just because I feel like we didn't spend a lot of money on him and the raw abilities are there.
Yeah, at worst, he's a squad player. If we were to sign another left back and we're going into the season with a new left back and Malacia was our options, I go, cool. When he plays, I have no issue. We're playing away at Real Madrid tomorrow. Malacia is playing. All right.
That's it.
I don't really have an issue with that.
But ultimately, he's unproven. Then we go to Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen's legs have gone. He can still contribute as a squad player. I think we didn't spend money on him.
It was a free.
Yeah, we didn't spend money on him. But if I'm looking at Christian Eriksen, do I really want to have Christian Eriksen in a Premier League team in 2023? The answer is absolutely not. Expeditiously. Like that. Like, he's there because he's here already. But if somebody said to me, if someone showed me Christian Eriksen, and I'd never seen Christian Eriksen at Spurs, no fucking way am I taking him.
Yeah, you're not taking him, but on a free, you look at it and I go, he contributed last season to us having a good season. In particular, the first half of the season. He contributed very well. We have the second best home record for a reason. He played in a lot of those games. We won a trophy. He played in a lot of those games as well. Our good form in terms of results, not so much performances. He played his part in. And for a free, again, if Eriksen cost 80 million, we'd be having a different conversation. So Eriksen, I put in the green. People just look at him more so after the injury and how he fell off. It's kind of like, it's a whole season I'm looking at. Whole season. And at worst, he's a squad player. Free. To me, good business. For free, Eriksen squad player, I have no issues
but I'm looking at him just purely on ability and what he gives us. Do you know what I mean?
And I like him as a player as well. I think he still can offer something.
I think he can offer something, but I wouldn't quite say it was a green. I'd say, you know what, he's here now, innit? Like that. But then, bro, he's here now. You look at Mount, that's a flop. Sabitzer was a flop.
loan
I would
deal, so I get what
argue,
he's doing.
yeah.
I get what he's
I
doing
would
with
argue
Sabitzer.
that Sabitzer, I would have rather had Sabitzer than Mount. I would have rather kept
Yes.
Sabitzer, yeah, than signed Mason Mount.
Agreed with that.
You know, like
I'm
that.
not throwing in at Sabitzer or Veghorst is because they were loan signings because we didn't.
But
have
even though they were loan signings, yeah, they were still talent ID, and also there were other loan signings we could have got. You can't tell me we couldn't have got another striker other than Veghorst on loan, bruv. Veghorst weren't even better than fucking Uncle Agalo, blood.
Yeah, like, if we would have signed Agalo, we would have been having the same conversation we're having.
Yeah, Agalo would have scored a lot of the chances that Veghorst missed.
He would have scored a few more, but we still would have said overall it's not. The reason why I'm not personally throwing in the loan signings is because I know it was on a budget. There's no way that he went. There's no way Ten Hag went to the board and said, "Bring me Veghorst and Sabitzer." Not a chance. Not a chance. I believe that he did that. No. Eriksen, he is United level. Again, this is where people get mistaken. Not United level in terms of where we're at right now. Yes, he is, because we're not a top side. Let's kill this myth dead. Manchester United are not a top side. Look at we have Bruno and Mount in our midfield, so we cannot turn our noses up at Eriksen like they're clear of him, because they're not. If you say they're better, cool. Not arguing you down. But they are not clear of him. Him on a free, because if he cost 80 million, that would be the conversation. Same way against Anthony, that's the conversation, is he cost 90 M's. So we have to use it on the flip side then. That's why I used it for Malacia being 12 million, Eriksen being on a free. Eriksen on a free is shrewd business. Because if somebody else did that, we'd be like, why didn't we go get Eriksen on a free, cheap, not too much wages, doesn't kick up a fuss, plays this role in
To be fair to Eriksen, if he went to another team, he'd probably play better because they'd actually keep the bloody football. But here we go, innit?
That too.
You know what I'm saying? But the way we choose to play football, why do you sign someone like Christian Eriksen if you don't want the ball, bro?
You know what it is?
That's not his profile.
But Rants, you know what it is? I think he changed the way he was going to go about it. Because remember, it was De Jong we was linked with. Then he went and signed Eriksen. And then we switched. And if you notice, since we signed Eriksen, every midfielder we've been linked to has been nowhere near that profile.
But then,
Young and Eriksen.
but then we need to say that cool. Then we need to look at the manager and say, you know what? Then we need to say, you know what? The manager shit the bed then, because the manager had one way he wanted to play, and then all of a sudden, he got nervous and he bottled it and he changed. Do you know what I mean? And that's a show of his lack of conviction in what he believes is the right way to do things. Because as a manager, you shouldn't change your philosophy that drastically. You don't go from possession football to transition football. Like, to me, if you don't have a clear identity as a manager, it's very, very concerning, bruv.
I get that to an extent. I do understand that and would be worried about him. I look at it and go, all right, you adapted. I have no issue with you adapting. Just go get.
Yeah, but adaptation. If it's not positive, it's not an adaptation. Yeah.
Well, see though, because we're currently in it, so we don't know yet.
But I think I've seen enough of this football to know that
because we changed it. I tell a lie, because we did change it like kind of during the halfway during his first season, and it was successful. We had a good season last season, so I can't really complain about the results.
We did have a good season last season. You're right, but again, we had a good season for last season based on what everyone else did. Look 100%. At Chelsea this season now. Like, all of a sudden, if we play the way we played last season, we can't rely on Chelsea to finish 12th, blood. They're not going to do that this year.
They won't finish 12th, but everyone who's waxing lyrical about Chelsea, they have the same issues as us. Where's their creativity and goals coming from? Yeah,
but they don't have the midfield issues because they just signed two, man.
Their midfield banging. Defensively fine. 110%. No issues with that. Like I said, creativity and goals. They scored 38 league goals last season.
They'll score a lot more this season, that's for damn sure.
I think they'll get 50, 55.
We'll have to see. I think they're still bringing in a striker.
Now, if they bring in a striker, that's a whole different conversation. If they go get Vlahovic or somebody like that. That's a whole different conversation.
Man said we were so bad, need Amrabat. Harry is staying. Yeah, bro, they're saying Harry Maguire staying now, bro.
You should just pay him off.
Bro, I can't believe he's staying, bro.
You should pay him off. He could still leave. It's not all she wrote.
He could.
If anything, with the Lavia and Caicedo deals has told us, it's not over till it's over.
Facts.
He could still leave. He could.
Oh yeah, and they just signed Elise as well. Flip's sake.
He adds to their creativity, but goals not really. He adds to their
creativity. Not really. Like, he's not a goal scorer again, per se. You're right.
Waxing lyrical about like we didn't see them get bopped off the park for 20-25 minutes. Or did we not? We just go and exclude that because they did well. Liverpool bopped them off the park for 2025
At the beginning,
minutes.
they did. They were fisting them
Absolutely.
up, and then they turned up.
Them up, and then they turned up, and that's credit to Poch and the team. But let's not act like it's all honky dory over there. Because if we played like that for the first 20-25 minutes and turned it around, people would still complain about that. Sky's not falling, people. Yes, it was a bad performance. It was horrific, but we won the game. Now it's on the managers to improve, 100%.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Big up Lanny said, I disagree. The majority of our main players are more beneficial to transitional playing style, and he adapted to that style. That's incorrect. That's very incorrect. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very incorrect. And let me tell you why it's incorrect, yeah? Let's take away the players that he signed, even though Anthony's definitely doesn't suit transitional football and he suits possession football, because Anthony doesn't run away from the ball, he runs towards it. So, fair enough. Martial, ball to feet player. Sancho, ball to feet player. Greenwood, ball to feet player. Bear in mind, Greenwood's not here, but he's still a ball to feet player. Rashford and Garnacho are the only two players that aren't ball to feet. Ahmad's ball to feet as well. So, our attackers are more ball to feet players than ball into space players. So, you're wrong there. Do you know what I mean? And then when you look at our midfield, yeah, Scott McTominay, yeah, as much as he's not the most technical player, yeah, Scott doesn't play long passes. Scott McTominay breaks up play and passes 5 yards, blood. Scott McTominay is not going to play a 30-yard ball over the top, so he's not one of those. Fred's not one of those. Fred doesn't play long passes. He plays short passes also. Eriksen has a bit of both, fair enough, but he brought Eriksen in, so we take Eriksen out of that. We look at Bruno. Bruno will spam a long ball. He's the only midfielder that we have that will spam a long ball, really. Cass prefers to play short passes but can play long passes again, but this manager brought him in, so you take him out. So when you look at the midfielders that we had, yeah, apart from Bruno Fernandes, none of them suited playing long passes. They were all short passing midfielders, all of them. Most of our attacking players were ball to feet players. So Wan-Bissaka is not a pass forward player. He's not going to break lines. So whatever. Dalot can break lines, fair enough. Luke Shaw, not really. Luke Shaw wouldn't even get forward for like 6 years. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know where this transition football's coming from. Luke Shaw is very much a short passing player. Like, that's it. Do you know what I mean? Lissandro, bruv, like there's nothing transition about Man United's team. All the transition football that we're playing right now, yeah, is what he's invented, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Even our goalkeeper that we brought is not a transition goalkeeper, but he's a possession player. Pelistri's a ball to feet player as well. I forgot him. Cobby's a ball to feet player as well. Can hold the ball well. He's not a transition player. What is this lies that you man are telling yourselves, bro? Donny van de Beek is not a flipping transition player. He's a ball to feet player.
But notice the players you mentioned who can do both. Say, for instance, like a Pelestri, like a Kobbie Mainoo, a Rashford, and Bruno. They're the players he gravitates towards the most, and then the players he signed as well. It lets you know where he's going to. Because it was a mix beforehand. That lets you know where. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's where the manager's head at. Because when Sancho didn't start that game against Wolves, this one game, I'm like, oh, I see where this manager's going. And then when you
this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It looks like he's building a team around Rashford, Bruno. And now he's trying to hail up Garnacho, bruv. Like when you look at this Man United team, before when we were linked with Poch and my man, I said with the players that we currently have, yeah, Poch makes sense to go get with the players that we have. He made sense. Yeah, he did. And look at the possession football that Poch has got at Chelsea playing right now, bro. We could have played that with Donny van de Beek. We could have played that with the players that we have. We could have. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this transition football, yeah. Like, no, it suits the new players he brought in because none of them are good on the ball. Not overly good on the ball, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So this lie that our team was more suited to transition football, it never was, bro. What, Bruno and Rashford, that's it? What, 2 players? So we're going to change our whole style for 2 ballers?
Yeah, and I don't think that was his thing. I don't think he was changing his style to fit those two. I think he changed his idea of what he was going to go with as well. But yeah, until I see Amrabat in his team, I'm not convinced we can. No, we can still survive. Don't get mistaken, people. We can still survive and get results. Because one thing about this team is it's resilient. Because for as bad as we were yesterday, we won. As bad as we was yesterday, and we played like that. And this is what I said earlier. I've said before, previously. Again, I know I state that a lot, but this is just the facts. Go back and check previous shows on this channel of me on here, where I'm stating that a lot of our performances weren't too dissimilar to previous bad performances. So those whole thing when people like we created and we missed all these chances. There was many games where I created nothing. There was many games where we had one shot on target. There was many games where we only had one. We had one shot on two shots on target by the 70th minute. We don't create a lot. We don't score a lot. Not too much has changed. What's changed is where we look on paper even defensively stronger now. And Onana showed that. Like that take from that cross where we dived out in like towards the end of the game was crazy. This was after the penalty shot. It was from the left-hand side and somebody whipped it in and he dived out and caught it. That's brave, that's commanding, aggressive. That's what you need from your goalkeeper. So I believe we've improved in that standpoint. Adding an Amrabat or Amadou Onana also does that. But we're not looking too dissimilar. We're going to look the same going forward because there isn't nothing different right now. Højlund's not playing. We've added Mason Mount, who we all know he's bang average. I don't even know if we all know he's bang average because people are trying to sell him to me. People trying to sell it to me like it's a good signing.
Bro, I think bang average is being generous. I think he's being generous. Like at times, I thought he was better than Scott McTominay, but now I see them both playing in the same team. I don't think he is.
Because they both have the same strengths and they both have the same deficiencies.
But Scott's better than him, bro.
In terms of what McTominay defensively, he has more now, and offensively Mount is, but they're both nowhere near like.
But I trust Scott. I trust Scott on the ball more than I trust Mount, bro.
That's not saying much. I hear you. I'm not arguing either way.
Like honestly, like Scott won't try and do stupid turns in places that Mount tries it because Scott knows his level. Like Mount genuinely thinks he's a baller. He took the number 7. Like he should have been too embarrassed to take that shirt.
Hey,
bro, like he shouldn't even have been confident enough to take that.
Back the manager blindly. That's what I was told. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's a good crazy.
Let's see it. All right.
It's actually crazy. You lot smashed a like, bro. We got 1.4K in here. We ain't even got 500 likes, bro. You're taking, you're taking a piss. You man are taking a piss. We need 800 likes, bro. You man are taking the piss. You're actually taking a piss, but you can rectify. You can rectify it. So smash the likes, people. We need at least 800 likes in here.
There's over 1.4 and we're not even at 500 likes. What is this Liverpool trying to sign a DM conversion rate? Let's bump this up, people. What are we doing in that? What are we doing?
Man said, Rants, have you seen what Mason Mount? Don't tell me I've got another brother that I've got a beef now, blood. Like what's he saying now? Mason Mount's brother, blood. First it was flipping Rapinoe's brother. Now it's this brother's brother. What's his brother posting? Man said Mount is Lingard 2.0. He's not even better than Jesse in the pockets.
Don't do that. I don't like this disrespect. Lingard actually
he's not even better than Jesse in the pockets. Remember Jesse, bro? Jesse was scoring goals in World Cups for England, you know. Let's not
do this thing. Let's not
compare Mason Mount to Jesse Lingard, you know. Do you know what I mean? And that's how far football's fallen, that Jesse Lingard right now, Like, oh my days. Like Lingard, back then Lingard, bro, listen. Under this manager would have been a dream, blood, because he runs around a lot and he's better on the ball than Mason Mount.
He's technically sound as well. And the thing is, let's not do that like Mason Mount. Hey, we know about Mason Mount at Wembley. You know what I'm saying? And we know about Lingard at Wembley. There's a difference.
You know, like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Mount scammed the career of one good season. Yeah, he had one season where he scored some goals, innit? And then all of a sudden it was peak. Yeah. Absolutely peak. Bruv, listen, if Liverpool lose Alisson, brother, it's over, blood.
Yeah, Salah's been linked with a move to Saudi as well.
Yeah, but boy, Salah's gonna have to give up his Christmas tree. I don't know if he'll go. You know them one.
Hey, for 600k a week, I'm sure we'll find it out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure we'll figure that out. Sorry, I'm sure. Let's hope they lose Alisson and Salah. Let's hope so. I need that, man.
Boy, this is crazy, bruv. Nah, bruv. If Alisson goes to Al Nassr, blood, that's dead, blood. Because I can't lie, bro. CR7 might win that title, blood, if they get a proper goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? And we can't have that. Do you know what I mean? So no, we can't have that, bro. You get me? Out hello to the world and that, blood. Now my guy Neymar's there. You know, like that.
That's your Saudi team.
It is now, blood. Because bruv, Neymar's there now, fam. And also what Mitro's meant to be going there as well. And they got Milinkovic Savic, blood. So we're shameless, blood. You get me? I'm getting my shirt printed at the moment, blood, over there, and it's getting sent over here. You get me? So this is what I'm saying, bro. I'm team Neymar, fam. But if Alisson goes there, hey, bro, that's danger, blood, to my title hopes. I can't even lie. Yeah. It's danger to my title hopes, blood, if that goalkeeper goes there because he's a serious keeper. So imagine Klopp, bruv, can't see that we don't have a DM. Let's play some possession ball because there's way more ball retention possible, some triangles, and that we win it back and just give it away. But you know what it is? It's too late, bruv. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Liverpool are so used to playing a certain way now. You can't just now change it, bro. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't do that. Now you have to hold that, bro. You have to get number 6. You're probably going to end up with like Douglas Luiz or something like that.
Yeah, they got linked to Tyler, but then Bournemouth triggered his release clause.
But that's what I mean, brother. You man are getting scuppered by Bournemouth. Nah, bro. Man said this, bruv, that's a seaside town, you know. You man are getting fist up by them. This is crazy.
Shout out the cherries. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the
Nah,
cherries.
this is mad, bro. The best thing about Bournemouth is the fish and chips, blood, by the seaside, blood. If you man get had up by Bournemouth for players, yeah, that's an all-time low.
Yeah, that's not good. That's peak for them. Look.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's one of them ones where if Liverpool lose their goalkeeper,
that's
it's crazy.
Their goalkeeper. Yeah. If they lose Alisson, which I hope they do, that'd be brilliant.
I'd love it just for the meltdown.
Yeah. You already know what would happen. 100%.
I'd just for the meltdown. Like, I would absolutely love them to lose their goalkeeper.
Absolutely, I'm with you.
But I just don't know, bro. I'll be real. I just don't know. This season, something feels different. This season, we need reinforcements. We need a couple more players. We need a couple more midfielders for sure. Absolutely. If we're not going to bring in a defender because Maguire's staying, yeah, even though that's annoying, whatever. Like, if Maguire wants to stay a victim, yeah, on his 190, he can stay. He's an idiot.
Yeah, what is he? 5th choice? Yeah, he's like 5th choice anyway. We're barely going to see him. So I don't really, as much as I would like him to go, we barely going to see you. You don't play. You're behind Shaw, Lindelof, as well as Martinez and Varane. I did see Liverpool into the Corey as well. I've seen AEMs because everyone knows they got the big money now.
Sorry, what? Nah, come on, the Corey 80. Nah,
I see the AEMs. Yo, how true that is, I don't know. Not a reliable source. I'm just saying. That's what I seen. I'm just saying.
Nah, it's one of them things where, broski, I'll be real, yeah? Like, we need midfield reinforcements. If we don't get midfield reinforcements, this can't run. This Mount and Bruno.
Oh, yeah. We're going to sign a midfielder. We're going to sign a
we need 2, though.
Of course, in an ideal world, yes. We need someone who's defensively more sound, and we need someone offensively more sound, in my opinion. Agreed. We still need more on top of that. But in terms of just the midfield, yes, we need 2 midfielders. I don't rate the midfielders we have. I take Casemiro out of it. Ericsson is a squad player, cool.
Yeah, you take Casemiro out of it, yeah, we're struggling all over
Bruno
again.
Not good enough. Mount not good enough, we know.
Imagine Bruno and Mount in the midfield, yeah, with Outcast behind them, bro. Hey, bro, it's a robbery, blood.
Oh, yeah, it's peak. If Cass got injured, who played there? McTominay. If Casemiro got injured, it would be McTominay, Bruno, Mount. But hey, we can challenge though, people. I was being negative, and we can challenge, and we can score 90+ goals this season. Why can't we do anything? Have faith in the team and the manager. I do, just not this team. And the manager's going to get things wrong.
Facts. Hey, blood, this has killed me. Big up Jacob, you know. Bruv, did I not say this on my stream, guys? Did I not say this on my stream? Before you went Chelsea, before I knew he was going Chelsea, did I not say this exact thing on my stream? And you lot are here as my witnesses, blood. You lot are here as my witnesses, blood. Smash the like button as well. We still didn't hit 500, blood. We got over 1,400 in here. I told you, this is what these man done. These man said to Lavia, yo, we want you. And then they undercut man's value multiple times. They had like 3 fucking bids rejected, and then on top of that, they then went and bid double the money for somebody else while he was still waiting in his yard with his bags packed, bro. You know, like that. Literally. And then they ended up without both of them, bro. Liverpool, this is the most embarrassing window in the history of windows, blood. Do you know what I mean? If it was a real window, Liverpool would jump out of it, blood, because that's how bad it is. No, I'll be real.
Oh yeah, they stressed, man. They stressed. You know what I'm saying? They stressed. Shout out to Matisse. I was on Battle of the North yesterday. I got called every name under the sun, man. Yeah, I'm saying Liverpool fans stressed out here, man. Like,
bro.
It's not like I did the business. It's not like I'm FSG. I didn't cause you lot to not get Lavia and Caicedo. That's on you lot. That's on FSG.
But just from a human point of view, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Just from a human point of view, bro. Like, man said, I have a gal analogy for this. But bro, like, it's like, bro, everyone knows, bro. That's not even a hard analogy to do, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man them lie to girls already. You know what the man them tell the girls, oh yeah, like they're not ready for a relationship and that.
No,
you know them ones.
That just means they're not ready for a relationship with you.
With you, fam. That's all it means, man.
You. That's what
man said, yo, like, I'm not ready for a relationship, blood. You know what I'm saying? But I'm seeing you do up Hakkasan with a next thing, blood.
It's with you.
Know, like, bruv, this is what it is.
Don't get mistaken. There is like 1% of man them who are like that, but it's legit 1%. All over man them will get in relationships. That's why when anybody tells you male or female and they be like, oh, I'm not ready for commitment, it's bullshit. Because if they're celebrity crush, hit them tonight, DM them tonight and said, let's get married, they're doing it. So this whole thing about lack of commitment is no issue.
But this is what I say. Maybe not for a man, innit? Because, you know what I'm saying? There's no one on the planet that could come to me, on a one-off thing and just be like, all right, cool.
No, you're part of the 1%. The man them in the chat.
No, you're right.
Celebrity crushes. If Beyonce DM these man right now in the chat, you don't think the man are going to the
100%. No, you're right, bro. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? It's the same with girl. You know the man, it's the same girl with girl, bro. That there's no surprise. Like sometimes when a girl says I don't usually do this, she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. Sometimes you're just that guy, blood. You know, like that. Because, bro, like, do you know what I mean? That's what Lil Wayne said, bruv. She will, blood. You get me? It just depends on who it's for, blood.
It does depend on who it is. It does.
It just depends on who it's for.
If she likes you enough, she'll do it.
You know them ones there, bruv. Just because she curves your DMs, that don't mean she's gonna curve Chris Breezy's, blood. You know them ones there, like, do you know what I mean? You just gotta be the right guy.
If he said, yeah, jump on the plane tonight, I'm sending the private jet, they going. You know what I'm saying? 99.9% of women are going. The odd 1% won't, but 99% of them are going. Like, what we do?
And that's exactly what it is. So Lavia's sitting there, do you know what I'm saying, waiting to get wifed, blood. You know, like that. Imagine just like
the ring. You know what I'm saying?
That man's waiting for the ring. Man's waiting to get wifed, and man's like, you know what? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm just focusing on myself right now. And then, you know what I'm saying? Man clicks on the Instagram story, bro. Man's out with a next thing and that, spending big money and that. Man's in the shard and that. You know, like that. Yo, cuzzy.
Serious?
Man's in the shard.
Flowers coming to the table, 5-star meal.
Man's doing up, you know them smoking cocktails and that, bro. Hey, man got the cocktails with the smoke coming out of it. She got calamari and that. You know the one that this
slaps as well. Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. She got the calamari, bro. She got the views of London. You know, like that. And you're just sitting in the hotel room, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? You're sitting in the hotel room waiting. Ain't coming, bro. And this is exactly what it is, bro. And that's what it is, bro. That's it. Man said Lavia got left on red and that. It's that. It's 100% that. And Lavia said, all right, cool, you're going to do that. Next man came true. Said, yo, man. Do you know what I mean? He don't know how to treat you. You know them ones, I'm going to treat you right, blood. You know them ones, and that's what it is. All of a sudden, Liverpool drop that flipping, like you awake text, blood, man. Aired that, blood.
Facts.
Air that text, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going on like, man didn't see your story, fam. Man said emotional damage, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like Liverpool try to have their cake and eat it, blood. You know them ones there, bro. And now they're starving, blood.
Yeah, they should have just signed Lavia. Now they got no girl. Back to the girl analogy. Now there's no things. Line's dead. You know what I'm saying? No dates, no Instagram stories, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Just outside in the rain with the boombox. That's where they're right out the window. That's where they're at. Hey, Liverpool, get out.
Oh, this is fake, but this is funny, blood.
Yeah, you better jokes, yo.
But I said I grew up in Ecuador, surrounded by rats, crime, drugs, and prostitution, counterfeit clothes, and calling my sister my lover. Why would I do that again and move to Liverpool, blood? Hey, bro, Liverpool are victims in this game, blood.
Taking liberties. Hey, shout out Liverpool, man. Nice place. Anfield's a dump, though. But yeah, we moved.
Yeah, it's dusty, bro.
Yeah. Hella dusty.
and that's just what it is. So, it's very funny, innit? Like, how that worked out. But I had a feeling, because I was like, as a human being, yeah, like, as a competitive man, you know what I mean? How are you going to sit there and watch the team that told you, yo, I'm gonna come back for you and that, yeah. And then go out
and double the money.
Bro, but the wickedest thing is, yeah, it's like Southampton said they want 50 million. These men went in with 38, then 42, then like 46 or something. It's like,
plus
bro,
add-ons, innit? It was like 46 plus 2 million.
You had 110 the whole time, but you was trying to undercut me. So that just shows me you're just not rating man like that.
Yeah. That shows you where they're at. Yeah, 100%.
You're just not rating me like that because you've decided you have the money, but I'm not worth the money. If that is not a sign to go elsewhere, then I don't know what is.
Now you right, 100%. 100%.
So he did the right thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, listen, a man's pride, blood. His pride got hurt, so he had to do the thing, and I did call it.
They've let him know when someone knows you. When someone lets you know who they are, believe them. That's what it was.
100%. So for me, personally, I think him going there with Caicedo makes Chelsea very dangerous. I think now they've got Elise as well. Lord have mercy, bruv. They got that left footer coming in field, bro. It's a problem, bro. Yeah. If they get a striker.
Yeah, if they get a striker, bro. Yeah, now then that's serious. If they get a striker, that's when it's like, if they get a striker.
Because Enzo's the real deal, blood. He's the real deal, fam. I seen it now. So
Enzo baller. Like, don't get mistaken. Their midfield's patterned, defensively patterned. The thing I've said about Chelsea for the longest is they have the same issues as us in terms of creativity and goals. Now, if they get a striker alongside Elise, let's say a Vlahovic, for example, or somebody of a certain level, then it's like, oh shit, Chelsea are doing their business. Then that's when that is. But up until now, it's like they got problems like we have problems.
This is what I'm saying. A man said after all that they bid 60 mil and he rejected them anyway. That's what I'm saying. And then Chelsea got him for less. So you fully played yourself. Congratulations. Chelsea, I think, got him for 50 million. 50 million, bro. I said, congratulations, you played yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. This season's gonna be very interesting. But if Manchester United don't sign a couple midfielders, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be heartbreak for us still.
Oh, if we don't sign a couple, problem. If we go with that midfield, yeah. Because I'm banking on us signing a new midfielder. At least one. And I think
in an ideal world for me, I'd love to get Amrabat and Kudus, blood, and then we're good in it. If we sign them two, I think we're good in it. But like the Onana thing, if he's gonna cost 60 million, bro, Kudus is not gonna cost 60 million, bro. And Onana's not better than him. So
they're different as well. Like Kudus is giving you much more going forward. That's what I like in terms of profile. I don't know a lot about Kudus in terms of his level. I know about him to an extent, but I like in terms of offensively, he's giving us something. That's how I'm looking at Kudus. We need somebody in that midfield who's giving us something going forward.
You see what I mean? So I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Man said, how can we have faith in the manager? That sounds mild. Listen, one thing I say is give it time, innit? Like honestly, like I am keeping a close eye on the decisions that this manager makes in the next, I'll say what we I'll give him till the end of September, innit?
Oh, that's fair.
I'll give him to the end of September. Like he massively fucked up this game. Let's see what lineup he puts out of the next game, because he might come out and put a different team out, and then I might say, oh, you know what, cool, he's learned from his mistakes. Let's see how he rectifies the very clear mistakes he made in the first game. If I see 3-4 games in a row and he hasn't changed the team and he's trying to be stubborn and persevere, with Mount and Bruno, then this is when we need to have proper conversation.
In regards to, just quickly before you get into that, how can I have faith in the manager? Because I'm going off what he did previously. Because if he would have had a horrific season or average season last season, I'd be looking at him more closely. You had a good season, you exceeded my expectations. Even though I doubted some of the things you did last season. Overall, I like what you did. You made more good decisions than bad decisions, in my opinion, and it worked out that way. So this season, I'm giving you ample opportunity to go, all right, you've got that. That's credit in the bank to an extent. I'm still looking at him closely. Make more right decisions than you get wrong this season. It's now your second season in the league. So I'm expecting you to improve because you've been here a season. Very similar with players that we sign as well. So that's how I'm looking at it with Ten Hag. I still think he can do well. And I still think we can do well this season.
100%. You know what I'm saying? You lot smash up the like button. Man can't have 1.4 in here. We don't have 1,000 likes. It's criminal. Do you know what I mean? We just surpassed 500. Do you know what I mean? Get them likes all the way up, man. We need to go Twitch. Yeah, I agree. Being on, it's nice to be able to play the videos. I do miss being able to play the videos on Twitch, but bro, you know what I mean? You can't have everything in life, blood. Sometimes you gotta settle, blood. You know, like that. And it just is what it is, fam. It is what it is. We're settling here. You get me? So big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. Let's get this like at least minimum 800. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. The link is obviously in the title. What you got coming up, my bro?
We're going up tonight. Fan calling show on Twitch. Ironically, 9 p.m. people. So feel free to call into that. That's also Sarcasm City TV. And then, ironically, tonight the Manchester United Liverpool show. So myself, my boy Saint, talking all things United, everything that's going on with Liverpool. So you know that's gonna be a good show. That's at midnight UK time on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, man. Road to 8K. So we're closing in, man. So big up. And blessed for having me as always, Rants.
Wicked. So you lot, make sure you obviously like up the thing. Obviously help Flawless hit the next milestone, people. And yep, we'll be back again tomorrow. See you guys then, man. Big up.